As a doctor practicing here in San Francisco, I've seen firsthand the difficulties faced by families trying to deal with their health problems and economic hardships. They are often in a position where they have to choose between their job and their health. A friend of mine has a patient who drives a truck at a construction site. He has cataracts, and he has blurry vision as a result. He makes too much money to qualify for Medi-Cal, and he has no insurance. My friend was able to negotiate a discount with the local hospital to get one cataract removed. The patient still has no depth perception when he drives his truck, but at least he will be able to see out of one eye. Saving someone's ability to see so that they can continue to do their job should not be optional. And cuts in coverage for vision services are unacceptable. A few months ago, I walked into a room at an urgent care clinic, expecting to find another child with a cough and a cold. Instead, I found a father, waiting anxiously, eager to ask about a facial wrap his daughter had been dealing with for the last 6 months. When he talked to me about the treatments they had tried, he said to me, "I used to have insurance stock, but since I lost my job, I can no longer see my regular doctor for my daughter." He was ashamed, and he didn't know what to do. He was frustrated, and he was angry. If we continue to cut Medi-Cal, we'll be turning our backs on the very patients who need it the most, this child and this father. We literally cannot afford to take away services from the most vulnerable in our society, low-income families, seniors, and people with disabilities. These groups, more than others, are already at high risk of falling through the cracks and ending up sick or dying as a result of not receiving care. And we know that they are more likely to require expensive emergency room visits, something that could have been prevented or even treated by their regular doctor. Increasing premiums and limiting visits means more barriers to people seeing their regular doctor, and more visits to the emergency room. Catch this, a visit to the doctor costs about $150. One night in the hospital costs between $3,000 and $5,000. This means that you would have to go to your doctor every day for a month in order to equal the cost of one night in the hospital. We cannot prevent heart attacks or cure cancer in the emergency room. We must demand that revenue solutions be considered to protect those who stand to lose the most. Thank you.
I love doctors. Well, I was a teacher for 40 years. I taught 8th grade to 10th grade, and I love students, and our next speaker is a student. He's a student at UC Berkeley. His name is Alex Dennis, and he is the president of the Disabled Students Union at Berkeley. And he is going to talk to you, and boy, this is going to be a treat. He's great looking. Here he comes.
Hi, can everyone hear me? All right. As she said, my name is Alex Dennis. I am a student at UC Berkeley, where all those years ago, Ed Roberts said that people with disabilities have a right to live independently, we have a right to live on our own, and we have a right to be fully participating members of society. Now, I receive Social Security income, in-home supported services, and Medi-Cal, as do countless other students at UC Berkeley and countless other individuals across this state. And without those services, I would not be here today. Without SSI, I would not have the money for the roof over my head, let alone the BART ticket from the East Bay. Without in-home supportive services, I would not have somebody that came and helped me out of bed in my wheelchair this morning, and I would be stuck in a nursing home. And without Medi-Cal, my wheelchair would be in the shop, and I would be in a hospital having to pay for those bills with money that I do not have. These programs are necessities, and for thousands of Californians who rely on all three, they are not safety nets. They are vital to life. Now, I have notes. Okay. These cuts are devastating. For somebody on SSI already counting pennies every day, any amount of reduction is just inconceivable. You cannot survive. You're cutting meals out of your day. It's impossible. For somebody on in-home supportive services, if you get rid of that program, which the his cuts will do for many of Californians, those individuals will end up in nursing homes. And that will cost the state 5 times as much per person, at least. It makes no sense. No sense. And for cuts to Medi-Cal, they're talking about reducing what they'll pay for and making us pay more for the things that we do while cutting SSI. It's going to bankrupt people. It's going to make it so that we cannot live, and we cannot stand for that. Now, it's time to say enough is enough. We will not be forced to cut out meals from our day. We will not allow our health to go downhill because the government won't support it, and we won't lose our independence locked up in nursing homes when we have a right to freedom. Now there is another way. Instead of slashing IHSS, Medi-Cal, and SSI, let's eliminate corporate tax loopholes. Oil severance tax. Tax on high-income earners in California. I do not want to have to tell the 10 incoming freshmen with disabilities at UC Berkeley that you can't get an education, you're going to a nursing home tomorrow. We can't allow that to happen. But we can have a fair budget. One that makes corporations pay their fair share, and one that saves these programs that so many Californians rely on. So, let's do that. Arnold, get a clue?